pressure, 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 and then we're going to release the pressure unexpectedly and get a reaction from that bottom wrestler. And then we're going to do a move that Dominic loves to call the Lazyboy. I call it the Cunningham. We named it after a gentleman who taught it to Angelo when he was just a middle schooler, Central Michigan kid who was an NCAA champ, all-out stud. He's actually the co-assistant coach at Penn State now with Kale. So this is called the Cunningham, or Dom likes to call it the Lazyboy.
All right, so you notice the trend of the last couple moves here. The bottom wrestler is starting to kind of just wall up, not really giving us anything to work with. So this is going to be another one of those moves that requires us to create our own setup, so to speak. So what we're going to do here is we're in position one with the leg ride, right? So 9 times out of 9, we should be attempting a Turk to start off, all right? We're gonna go ahead and Turk. Bottom wrestler's not going. He's got a strong base here, elbow planted in the mat. I'm not able to get them to go either way here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try for this Turk. It's not gonna work, but before I come back, I'm gonna set my laces on the opposite side of the opposite leg here. So I've got my leg right in, my right leg in on the right leg. I've got my laces planted here on the back of his left thigh. Once I have that there, I can take my left knee, scoot it up here into the shoulder rib cage area. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna completely let go of him with my upper body, and I'm going to sit back on my heel. Now, sitting back on her heel here, this is one of the parts that's probably the most confusing. I see a lot of people will end up sitting to their hip here. We want to make sure that when we turn out, we're sitting back on our heel from our left leg or the leg that we weren't riding with. And at the same time, if you can't see, look in the mirror, the leg that I am riding with, my right leg, it's going to pivot out. So I'm going to come here, sit back on my free leg, and turn this knee out and up to the sky. All right? Notice how that completely opens up his hips here. And then the bottom wrestler, because I've taken all of my weight off of them, they are going to come up just like this. You've been having a leg rider on top of you for a whole match. As soon as you get a chance to breathe, you're going to take it. So when we let all our pressure off of him, he's going to try and come up. When he does that, we're going to cross face here to this far post, which should be the same side as your leg ride. Then we're going to take this arm, come underneath the armpit. We're going to grab our own wrist. Once we have this locked up, all we need to do is cinch it up tight and recline straight back. All right. From here, if he tries to roll away, fairly easy to just hold tight. And if he tries to roll into you, you can actually straighten his arm across his face and make him cross face himself, which is pretty fun. Pay attention to what I'm doing here with my feet, especially right now. Bottom wrestler's balled up. Put my hips to Turk. It's not going to work. So I'm going to leave my foot on the opposite side here. Knee comes up. Then I sit back, turn that knee out. Grab the wrist. Grab your own wrist. Cinch it up tight. Recline straight back over your leg.
Notice when he's trying to do that Turk a couple, 3 times, he's measuring me. He's figuring out where that other leg is so that he can easily lay his shoelaces across my thigh because he knows exactly where it is as I'm resisting that pressure for the Turk. And that's super important. So you might have to fake the Turk a couple, 3, 4, 5 times even until your shoe of the leg ride side feels that thigh. You know where it is, so you can lay it across there for that when you're ready to go. And then he's just going to take that other knee and jam it right up kind of in my armpit. takes all the weight off me. It was such a relief, even for this demo. When he got all his weight off my chest, I could breathe again. When he was doing the demo and punching my chest with his abdomen, it's like, hey, he's knocking the wind out of me. As soon as he took all his weight off me, I was like, oh my God, thank God. And I pivot up a little bit. That's what we want the bottom wrestler to do, like get a deep breath of fresh air. And the bottom wrestler's gonna do that. We're kind of tricking him into doing that, and then we're gonna take this wrist. You wanna do it one more time, and then let's see if the guys have at it.
Said might take a couple times here. So I know where we're at. Lay that across. Knee comes up. Turn it out. Switch it up tight. Near fall.